If there's one thing you hear from your higher self today, it's this: you have to protect your peace. Here's my top 3 tips. I've thought about it, on how you can protect your peace. So let's get into it, shall we? The world is so crazy right now. We're moving into the 5th dimension. Everything's falling apart and going tits up before the new is built. It's the way it has to be. It's the way of physical manifestation. It's the way of Earth. And it can feel really, really awful. It can feel, I'm smiling only because I'm nervous because of how it feels in my belly. It can make you feel hopeless. It can make you feel helpless. It can make you, it feels really bleak. Bleak is a good word. Just wanted to share ways where you can navigate this, because there's no getting around it. It's happening, and it's happening in the outside world. It's external. It's not internal. That's the key. That's number 1 key. There are tools and things you can put into place to help make it easier for you, because I know a whole bunch of empaths and neurospicy people who are sensitive, who are really struggling right now, because we're so susceptible to the energies, and because we're being pumped all the time with the negative, bleak kind of outside world. That's why I was so inspired to come on, even though kind of really I'm not actually ready to be back and to be on output, but I really, really wanted to share this, because I really, really hope that it will help some people. So number 1, be mindful of what you consume. Sounds really logical, doesn't it? But so many of us are on autopilot. There's the TV. I mean, let's not even start with some of the dross that's on the TV. It's all drama. It's all fighting. It's all war. Don't even think about the news. It's all EastEnders. 24/7, isn't it? I mean, yeah, top into Gardener's World. Fabulous. But other than that, you've got to be really careful about what you're consuming on TV for it to have any beneficial and not detrimental benefit to you. You need to be careful about what music you're listening to, podcasts, radio, what friends you're keeping, what family you're seeing. Are you spending time with people that drain you, or that you nourish and nurture each other? Are you spending time with people who gaslight or undermine you? Are you spending time with people that make you feel better once you've spent time in their company? Or at least not drain you. We can't all have really great, buoyant friendships or family, but at least be mindful. If you've got people that you kind of need to spend time with, really restrict it, so to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Down to the foods we eat, consuming what we eat with food. And, there's not that actual many foods on the earth. To be fair, they're just finding more and more ways of packaging them and mushing them together and mixing them with other things to make them into a food. And you just have to be really careful about what you're consuming. And then also what you're putting on the skin and what you're putting on your hair. Obviously your skin on their scalp. All of these are different ways that we're consuming, and that is totally in our power. What we consume is in our power. You can turn off the social media. You can decide not to follow those accounts. You can decide not to even turn your phone on. You can decide what emails you subscribe to. There's so many areas that you're in control of, that you can control your consumption, that will make a big difference to your day-to-day life. I guarantee, I promise you, as someone who's stepped back from so many things, the world is really beautiful when you can cut out all of that noise. 2, it's about not giving your power away. So it kind of follows on from being in the company of other people. People of my generation in particular, and people that were older than me, especially girls, especially those who were born female form looking, we were taught that you had to put others' needs first. You had to prioritize other people's needs, desires, or wants, and etc. All of the things, because if you didn't, it wasn't kind, or you were being selfish or rude, or all of that. It was kind of seen as an ugly behavior to think of yourself first. Horrific. That's how I felt. If I, to be thought of as selfish would have been probably the ultimate. What's the word? What am I looking for? The ultimate put down. That's not the right word. I can't think of the right word. my cognitive function still isn't working great. To unlearn that behavior and to start prioritizing your own needs, filling your own cup, listening to the own inner voice about what it is you actually want and need first. And let's not even start on people pleasing. So that's a whole nother video in itself. And people pleasing pleases no one. It doesn't help anyone. And actually it's lying, because you're lying to yourself and you're lying to them. So number one, consumption. Number two, stop giving your power away. Number three, this is a lovely one. So, and it kind of just puts the cherry on the cake, you know, is to bring more joy into your life. As someone with limited energy and finances, I've had to learn to find things that fit in my new way of being. So for months and months I couldn't do a bean. I couldn't do anything except for sit down and cry and sleep. You know, it's taken me a long time to get to this point now. But now I can start bringing in tiny pockets of joy. So whether that's things like listening to an album. I mean, you know, do you remember when we were like 14 and 15 and that, and you'd listen to an album with the earphones, proper records obviously. Oh, and you'd hear every tiny instrument, you'd hear every single, and the tone of the lyrics and all of the things. I mean, maybe young people do it, I don't know. But it seems to be people my age at least listen to music while we're doing the washing up or while we're going for a jog. Not me, of course. But, or, you know, while you're doing other things, that it's just a background. Whereas when I was like 14, 15, music was the thing. That's all we, you know, that was the focus. And that's what it's about, this mindful focus on one activity. So whether it's listening to music or whether it's listening to birdsong or whether it's watching birds or butterflies or watching a flower sway in the wind, focusing on the candle, having a conversation with a friend that lights you up, a nice massage if that's the sort of thing you like, or a bath, or using a cream that you love the scent of, you know, other sensory kind of physical things like that make you feel you know, that kind of thing. Or even just wrapping yourself in a lovely blanket, getting your slippers on, you know, it's getting a bit autumny now, getting your woolly socks on, whatever, reading a good book, having a little stash of silly memes on your phone that you can just look at every now and again. Because I don't know if you're anything like me, but I can look at the same joke 20 times and laugh just as hard. Because I'm just daft like that, you know. I like silly humour, silly things that make me laugh. Creativity, obviously, you know, playing about with something, playing, full stop. Playing with a child, hello, just watching a child play Wendy House or something. Finding those little pockets of joy. So you've got your first one, which is watch what you're consuming. So don't allow in the dross and the drama. Just don't. You don't need to. It doesn't help anybody. You know, if you're one of these people that can be proactive and on the government or writing letters or doing or going on marches, do it. If that's what serves you and you feel like that's your place in the role of change. But I know my place is to be a strong, calm, quiet, believe it or not, centered pillar of energy, holding the truth of who I am, in order that the others around me, I may radiate that light, the others around me may receive that and mirror it. You know, if you can't be the light, at least be the mirror of the light. It's that kind of thing. So 1, consumption. 2, stop giving your power away. That goes with the mindful consumption, but also, you know, feed yourself first. And 3, feed yourself by bringing joy into your life. So I really hope that helps. I really, really want it to make a difference. I feel emotional thinking about it because, as I said, I'm not really ready to be back. It's looking very different. You know, my business is looking very different and the way I want to face the world is quite different. I'm really trying to be authentic to me, and that's wanting me to share with you in the hopes, I really hope that it makes a difference and helps you to stay in your power, to remember who you are, and that truly all is well. And you know, you chose to be here at this really pivotal, important time. So trust that you have a part to play, and by listening to your inner being, you can make whatever part that was happen. Okay, so I'm buggering off. Thank you for joining me. please write in the comments below anything, to be fair, because anything you write is going to help boost the video and get more people to see it, and hopefully help more people. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about all of the I'm not interested in success or anything. All I want to do, oh my god, I'm gonna get emotional again. Sorry. Oh my goodness, this is who I am now. I just cry all the time. Sorry. But all I want to do is help people to feel safe and to, you know, anyway. All right, ciao. All right, let's go and pet that dog. My favourite carol, by the way, in the bleak midwinter, yes. But anyway, that's by the by. I do actually have microphones, you know. Can I make them work? No. They worked for the first half an hour. Gutting. Oh, I'm going to cut that bit out. You know what? I've just realised I don't even know if I pressed record. I'm going to have a look. I'm probably going to cut all this. It's not necessary. I've gone down a rabbit hole. This is why the teleprompter was a good idea, because it would kind of stop me doing this, but I ended up just trying to read it like that. It looked really weird. That sounded good, didn't it? Let's start.